just allowing maybe the shoulders to scooch up a little bit and the arms to splay out even. Maybe the palms face up towards the sky as you start to go ahead and close the eyes. Taking a slow breath in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Inhaling again and exhale, let it go. One more in and out. Just really feeling the body kind of melt into the floor, releasing any tension, relaxing the jaw, and starting to bring that awareness to the breath. Noticing if maybe the breath feels shallow or deep today. And then you might begin to change the breath here, starting to lengthen the inhale and the exhale. The breath might start to go a little bit deeper, getting a little bit longer on each breath. As you continue to bring your focus back to your inhales and exhales. And as you take your next few breaths, starting to think of an intention or dedication you'd like to set for today's practice. Someone or something you'd like to dedicate your practice to today, and that might be yourself. We'll bring one hand onto the heart and the other hand on top, sealing in your intention. Take a slow breath in. And exhale, sigh it out. Inhaling again. Exhale, let it go, sending your intention out into the world. And with your hands onto your heart, notice if you can feel your heart grow 3 times larger. Oh, just me? All right. Go ahead, start to send those legs out long. Reach those arms up overhead. Take a nice big Grinchy stretch. Inhaling and exhaling. We'll bend into those knees, planting those feet down, hands next to the hips, and we'll start to slowly tick-tock the knees side to side. So as you do this, the knees going a little bit more to the left and right each time. Again, gently warming up through the lower back today, until you can drop those knees over to the right side, and we'll hold our twist here. Hands might even start onto the belly, taking a nice gentle twist. Or if the shoulders feel ready, you might bring those arms into cactus. Staying with that breath today as you inhale And exhale. On your next inhale, we're going to make our way through center with those knees and then start to go ahead and take that windshield wiper movement again, going left to right a few times. Before those knees drop all the way over to the left side and that right shoulder drops back. Bring your gaze anywhere that feels comfortable, and you might even close the eyes today. Inhaling and exhaling. On your next inhale, make your way back through center. Take your time here. As you exhale, we're going to start to hug both knees into the chest, giving yourself a little squeeze, maybe rocking side to side, giving that lower back a gentle massage here. And then coming into stillness, we're going to keep that right knee hugged in. That left foot's going to plant onto the mat. You're going to go ahead and grab your strap, friend, if you have it today. If not, you can just bring those hands to interlace behind that right thigh. Otherwise, grabbing your strap and bringing it around the sole of the right foot, bringing the hands closer to the chest, and just really gently, you're going to keep a bend into that right knee. Shoulders relax. As you start to use a little bit of that leverage, pressing the bottom of that foot just below the toes into your strap and gently pulling the strap down. Take another breath in and out. As you're ready, you're going to stay here or start to take some circles onto the ceiling with that right foot. And again, if you don't have your strap or strap leg friend, you can just either hold the leg up with your hands or just allow the leg to kind of support itself here. We're going to take that right leg into the opposite direction. And then we're going to come into stillness. Inhale. As you exhale, we're going to bring that strap about 6 to 12 inches to the left. So once you start to feel that stretch coming to the outside of that right leg, maybe kind of coming up all the way to that butt cheek, you can extend that left leg if you want. If that feels like it gives you more space, you want to just make sure that feels okay. Sometimes that can deepen the stretch. So if that doesn't feel comfortable when you extend that leg, I would plant that left foot down. Take another inhale and exhale. As you inhale, slowly come back through center. Exhale as you bend into that right knee. We're going to start to go ahead and switch out the legs here. So that left foot's going to come into your strap, or you're switching hands to the back of that left leg. Right foot plants onto the mat. And sometimes it's easier for people if you wrap your strap around your hands one time and then kind of hold on. It allows you to not really use the fingers as much. It's more just using kind of the wrap as your grip. So you might play with that today. We're pressing that left heel up towards the sky. Shoulders relax. Flexing that left foot so toes are kind of directed towards the face. It's not really your toes. It's really like the entire foot that we want kind of flexed. It's just kind of that's for the direction you want. Take another breath in. As you exhale, start to draw circles onto the ceiling with that left foot. And then take it in the opposite direction. Coming into stillness, inhale as you hold here. As you exhale, we're going to start to bring that left leg 6 to 12 inches to the right, so keeping that foot flexed, and then you might play with extending that right leg. Friendly reminder, you can again keep a nice bend to that left knee, and you're gently pulling down with that strap. Take another inhale and exhale. Inhale as you come through center. As you exhale, slowly bend into that left knee. We're going to send both legs out long. You're going to release your strap off to the side. Give those hands a quick little shake, and then we will stretch those hands out a little bit. So you're going to start to bring palms together to heart center. Elbows can kind of point out to the side here. And then we're gonna interlace those fingers, reach those palms up towards the sky. Inhaling, exhaling, feeling those shoulders relax down into the mat. Take another breath in. As you exhale, flip those hands. So now you're looking at the palms, back of the hands pressing up towards the sky. And then we're gonna hug the knees into the chest, giving yourself a little squeeze as you rock side to side. Coming into stillness, you're gonna bring one hand onto each kneecap, and you're gonna take those knees out into two opposite directions. If that's not comfy to hold onto the knees, you can just allow them to do their own thing and bring the hands onto the belly or mat. But just bring a little bit more movement into those hip joints here. We'll take it in the opposite direction a few times. And then we're gonna come into stillness, plant those feet down. Knees are gonna come out wide, soles of the feet together. Arms can come into cactus, palms face up towards the sky, or you might start to reach those arms up overhead, holding on to opposite wrist or forearm as the shoulders relax. Breathing here, inhale, exhale. Take two more on your own. And then once you're ready, we're slowly gonna lower those arms down by our side, palms press down to the mat, knees point up towards the ceiling, feet are planted, and we're gonna windshield wiper the legs one more time, side to side. Before setting up to take a little bit of core work here today, per request, not just the Grinch's request today. So starting to bring those knees in through center here, we're gonna go ahead and press those palms down onto the mat, gaze up towards the ceiling, engaging the belly, feeling that lower back press down into the mat. So just focusing on that right there. And then from here, we're gonna take those arms out into a big T, so palms press down into the mat, and you're gonna start to lift those feet up. So knees are hovering onto the hips, feet are like toes are pointing up towards the sky, and shins are parallel to the ceiling. From here, you're gonna engage the belly, press that lower back down, stay right here, or start to bring the knees just a few inches to the left. And then come back through center, using the core as your control, and then a few inches to the right. You're gonna really take this nice and slow, going as far as you feel comfortable, a few times over to the left, back through center, and then to the right. As best you can, keeping those shins parallel to the ceiling. Gonna bring a little bit more engagement to the core here, and the whole time thinking of engaging the core so much that that lower back presses down. And once you're ready, make sure you're even in both directions, maybe going as far to the left and to the right as you can. We're gonna come through center and hug those knees into the chest. Starting to plant those feet down, and then send those legs out long, reach those arms up overhead. Take a full stretch to the belly. And then come back to planting those feet down. Gaze up towards the ceiling. We're gonna bring hands down next to the hips again. This time we're gonna engage the belly, press that lower back down. You're gonna press that right foot up towards the sky, flexing through the right foot here. Inhaling. As you exhale, start to really slowly lower that right heel down, keeping that core engaged the whole time. Sometimes it feels good to put a hand onto the belly and just really make sure like you're feeling that engagement either on the belly, or you can bring it underneath that lower back. Once that right heel taps, go ahead, slowly lift that right leg back up towards the sky. And then we're gonna bend into the right knee, take a soft figure four. So just bringing that right hand to gently press that inner right thigh away. That right ankle's crossed just above the left knee here, with that right knee pressing away from the body. Take another inhale and exhale. As you inhale, you're gonna release that right hand and that left onto the mat. Right foot presses up towards the sky, and then exhale as you lower that right foot down onto the mat next to the left. From here, send both legs out long, reach those arms up overhead, take another big stretch to the belly. And then we'll come back to plant those feet onto the mat, hands next to the hips, taking on the other side now. As you're ready, start to engage the belly, press that lower back down, and then left foot presses up towards the sky. Flexing through that left foot. As you're ready, really slow with control, start to lower that left heel down. It wouldn't be fun with the Grinch if it wasn't really slow during core work. So once that left heel touches the mat, engage that belly still, and then slowly come back up. Once that left foot's pressing up towards the sky, you're gonna bend into that left knee. Take that figure four on this side. Left hand gently presses that inner left thigh away. Shoulders melt down. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more breath here. And then on your next inhale, you're going to release that left hand down and that right. Left foot presses up towards the sky, and then both feet come onto the mat. We're going to send those legs out long again. This time we're going to take a side stretch, so arms reach up overhead. And then you're going to side bend over to the right. Maybe holding on to that left wrist or crossing that left ankle over the right, just making that nice big banana shape. Inhaling and exhaling. On your next inhale, come back through center. Exhale as you side bend to the left, holding on to that right wrist. Reaching those hands up and over to the left corner, and then same with those feet, maybe crossing that right ankle on top. On your next inhale, come back through center. Exhale as you hug those knees into the chest, maybe keeping them nice and wide. Starting to rock side to side. We're eventually going to make our way up into our Sukhasana, our comfortable seat here today. So that does mean comfortable, so if it's not comfortable on your mat, it might be into a chair. Legs can be crossed in front, or maybe you have some space in between those legs here today. We're not going to be seated for too long here, if that helps at all. Once you're ready, we're going to reach those arms up. Inhale. Exhale as you bring hands to heart center. Go ahead, take that again. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, bring it back to heart. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. This time, hands are going to reach onto those knees. Shoulders relax down. We're going to bring chin to chest. Take a full breath in. And out. Inhale as you take the chin to very slowly trace the collarbone, going side to side. We'll bring right ear to right shoulder, shoulders melting down. Take another breath in and out. Chin comes to chest, and we'll take the chin to slowly trace the collarbone again. Before coming to rest on the other side, taking your neck stretch here on that right side with the left ear coming down towards the left shoulder. Eyes might close. Take another breath in and out. Chin comes to chest. We're going to roll the head and neck back up. Reach those arms up overhead. Exhale as you bring hands to heart center. Elbows relaxed. Take a slow breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale again. Exhale, let it go. Hands come down on the mat next to the hips. We're going to send those legs out. Take a little bit of movement here that sounds good to you before switching sides. So bring the opposite leg in front. If you don't remember which one that is, that's okay. I always forget. And then we're going to reach those arms up as you inhale. Exhale as you come into cactus arms, bending at those elbows. Gaze might come up slightly as you peel those elbows back, just starting to feel the chest open up here. Take another breath in. Exhale as you bring palms together, and then elbows hug towards the belly, just rounding through the spine. Inhale as you slowly make your way back up, elbows out, gaze is forward or up. Exhale as you bring it together. Take that one more time. Inhale. And exhale. This time we're going to inhale, come back up, arms into the cactus. As you exhale, you're going to twist to the right, lower those hands down, taking your seated twist here. Crown of the head reaches up towards the sky as you inhale. Exhale as you softly twist. on your next inhale, come back through center, reach those arms up, exhale into that cactus, and twist to the left, lowering those hands down. Feel the spine get just a little bit longer, like there's a little extra space in between each vertebrae. Inhale, making your way back through center, reach those arms up. As you exhale, hands next to the hips, we're gonna lean back, send those legs out again, and then we're gonna make our way up into standing at the top of our mat. Don't forget, you can use your friends, your blocks, your chair, the thighs to come all the way up into your Grinchy pose here. And we'll meet at standing at the top of the mat. Feet hip distance apart. Go ahead and start to pedal those feet out, maybe even roll the wrist, just taking a little bit more movement here. Going side to side. And then we're gonna lower those feet down, hip distance apart, palms by your side. Shoulders roll up towards the ears and down the back a few times. Before you start to find stillness, take a slow breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale again. Exhale, let it go. This time, inhale, bend to those knees. Sweep those arms up. As you exhale, come into your half lift. So hands come onto shins or thighs, however you'd like to get there. You can start tall and then kind of walk those hands down. But that back is just getting nice and long. Gaze straight down. Take another breath in and out. As you inhale, bend into those knees. Come all the way back up into standing. Reach those palms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Weight into the right foot. That left foot's going to step back into a pyramid. So toes point forward, hands come down onto those hips. Get nice and tall as you inhale. As you exhale, starting to just bring the chest forward. Right hip coming back slightly. Take another inhale. And exhale. Inhale as you come back up, engaging the belly, taking some time here. Right knee bends, and that left foot's gonna step back just a little bit more and turning slightly, coming into your warrior one. So right knee's a little bit more bent here. Arms reach up once you're ready, shoulders relax down, pinkies spin in towards one another, and those toes are nice and relaxed. Inhaling, exhaling. Take another breath in. As you exhale, we're going to come into those cactus arms. You can always take another arm variation. We're going to start to move into our humble warrior. So keeping your cactus arms as you exhale, hinging forward, keeping that bend in the right knee. Inhale as you slowly come back up. Exhale as you start to go ahead, hinge forward. Inhale as you come back up. Last one here. And then once you come back up, we're going to reach those palms up overhead. Big stretch. Exhale as you lower hands all the way down onto the hips. And then start to straighten that right leg. We're going to turn the feet to face the left side of our mat, the wide edge. So toes out, heels in. Setting up to take our goddess pose. So we're going to reach those arms up as you inhale. Engage that belly. Exhale as you come straight down into your goddess. So bend to those elbows, shoulders relax. Think of the weight coming back towards the hips a little bit. Toes nice and light. Take another inhale. Exhale. As you inhale, come back up. Straight arms, straight legs. Exhale, hands come all the way back down onto the hips. And we're going to turn back to face towards the front of our mat. Feet pointed forward. Bend into that right knee. Get a little bit of movement going here. We're going to bring that weight into the right foot. And the left foot's going to step up into our stork. So you might hold on to a wall or chair, friend. Those left toes can stay onto the mat. Or you flex that left foot, lifting that left knee maybe a little bit higher here. Find that drishti, that spot out in front of you can focus on. Take another breath in and out. Lower that left foot down next to the right. Give everything a nice little shake. And then we're going to set up, take the other side, palms by your side, slow breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale again. Exhale, sigh it out. Bend into those knees, sweep those arms up as you inhale. Exhale as you come back into your half lift. Crown of the head reaches forward, gaze straight down, breathing here. And then we're going to bend to those knees, come back up on the inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. step back with that right foot into your pyramid. So just a little step back here, but feet in their own traffic lanes. Hands maybe come onto hips or stay at heart center. Press down as you inhale. Exhale as you start to hinge forward. Keeping those legs straight-ish, but of course, if you would like to keep a bend into those knees, certainly do that. Listening to those hamstrings in the body here today. On your inhale, press back up, engage in the belly. We're gonna bend to that left knee. Right foot steps back just a little bit, turning those toes towards the right corner of the mat. Left knee bends. And eventually you might reach those hands up overhead, keeping those nice little spacious Grinch fingers. Shoulders relax down. Inhale. Exhale as you come into those cactus arms. Again, keep pressing into that back right heel as you start to hinge forward. Maybe a few inches, maybe a few inches more. Left toes relax. Belly's engaged as you inhale, coming back up. Exhale as you start to hinge forward. Take that one more time. Inhale, maybe peeling those elbows back slightly. Exhale as you hinge. Inhale as you come back up, reaching those arms up overhead. Exhale as you lower those hands down onto the hips. Straighten that left leg and start to turn to the right, facing the wide edge of your mat. Toes out, heels in. Coming into your goddess again. Reach those arms up. As you exhale, bend into those knees, coming straight down, elbows bend. Maybe tucking that tailbone slightly. You can always plant those hands, kind of feel that movement. Take another breath in and out. As you inhale, straight arms, straight legs, palms pressed together. Exhale as you start to bring hands back onto the hips. Turn back to face towards the front of your mat. Left knee bends, right heel starts to lift up as you come into your stork pose. So those right toes might stay onto the mat or that right foot's flexed. Feel free to hold on to a friend. Press into that left leg as you get nice and tall. Crown of the head reaches up towards the sky. Take another breath in and out. Lower that right foot and then go ahead, give everything a nice little shake here. We're gonna start to plant those feet down. Hands come to heart center. Take a slow breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale again. Exhale, let it go. One more on your own. We're going to take a little bit more flow now movement. We're going to go into our warrior 1 and 2. Feel free, take this at your own pace. Go slower than me or faster if you really want. And then you can also skip anything or make any adjustments that you need. Feet hip distance apart or find another variation and take your Utkatasana. Hands are going to come to heart center. Inhale as you get tall through the spine. Exhale as you start to bring those hips back. Come into your Utkatasana. Reach those hands out. Shoulders relax. Like you're holding a big package that you're going to take from someone. Maybe a small child in Whoville. Holding on to that package. Take another inhale. As you exhale, you're going to start to straighten those legs and then sweep that package down and then back behind you because you're throwing it into your sleigh. Go ahead, come back up. Utkatasana, grab another child's package. Exhale, straighten those legs. Sweep those hands back behind you. We're going to come back into one more inhale. And then exhale. Beautiful. Inhale as you come all the way back up into standing. As you exhale, we're going to bring hands down to heart or hips. Left foot steps back. Warrior 1 again. Right knees bent. Eventually those arms reach up overhead. Shoulders relax down. From here, you're going to take a side bend with the hands staying apart. So you're going to start to just side bend over to the right, as if someone's trying to take this package back out of your hands, and you're like, no, you can't reach it. Come back through center as you inhale, shoulders relax. Exhale, over to the other side. And then back through center, inhale. As you exhale, we're going to start to lower it down to heart center, and then go ahead, turn to face the wide edge of your mat, holding your present right here, toes out. Heels in. As you're ready, you're going to inhale, reach that present up overhead. As you exhale, you're going to let it go down the chimney. Bend into those knees and elbows. Come into your goddess. Holding here. Inhaling. Exhaling. As you inhale, reach those arms straight up overhead again. Exhale as you start to go ahead. Just hold that present right in front. And then bring it back to heart center. We're going to turn to those right toes to face towards the front of the mat. Left foot's parallel to the back. We're going to come into your warrior 2. Reach with those arms. Fingertips really stretch here. Shoulders relax. Flip that right palm, reverse your warrior. Left hand onto the thigh, right arm reaches up. And then we'll come back through center. Inhale, exhale, extended side angle. Once you're ready, inhale, come back through center. We're going to flip those palms up. Straighten those arms and legs. Nice big clap up overhead, hands back to heart. And then arms reach out into warrior two. Bend that right knee. Flip those hands again. Big clap up overhead. Straighten that right leg. Hands to heart center. And then come back into your warrior two. One more. Inhale. Straighten that right leg. Hands to heart center. Exhale. Back into your warrior two. Shoulders roll up towards the ears, down the back. Hold here. Full breath in. And out. Hands are going to lower onto the hips. We're going to turn back to face towards the wide edge. Toes out, heels in again. This time, hands are onto the hips. You're going to reach that right arm up and over. Just take a big side stretch here, getting long through the side of the body. And then come back through center, switch sides. Left arm reaches. Inhale as you come through center. We're going to turn to face towards the front of our mat again. This time, step that left foot up a little bit. Toes pointing forward. We're going to come back into our pyramid pose. You're going to press down into those feet. Inhale as you get tall. As you exhale, start to hinge forward. Maybe you find a different hand variation here, or something that's calling to you. Take another breath in and out. As you inhale, engage the belly, press into those feet, start to come back up. We're going to make our way into our tree pose. You're going to bend into that right knee. Feel free, you can always move over to your friends, such as a wall or chair. You're going to come onto those left toes, and then bring that left knee out to the side here. So setting up to take your tree. That left foot might be on that standing right leg. It might be onto a block or a little bit away from that standing leg. Hands can stay onto the hips. Or your tree pose might start to grow here. Take another inhale. Exhale. Collecting those tree branches back to heart center if they grew, and lower that left foot down. Give everything a nice little paddle and shake. We're going to take that again on the other side, so feet hip distance apart, nice and tall, hands to heart center. Inhale. As you exhale, get ready to grab those gifts. We're going to reach those hands out, sink those hips back. You can always keep those hands to heart center. This time, you're going to start to sweep those hands back behind you. Maybe stay in your chair pose. Or if you want to straighten those legs, you can. You're going to inhale, grab another present. Yoink. Exhale, sweep it behind you. One more. Grab just one more little precious present. Pick a color in your mind. And then yank. Right behind you. Inhale as you come all the way back up. Hands down to heart center. And then wait until the left foot, that right foot steps back into your warrior one again. Reach those arms up overhead. You know the drill. You're holding on to another present up overhead. Some little kid who woke up in the middle of the night when they should have been sleeping tries to grab it. You're going to whoop right over this way to the left. Can't grab it. Cindy Lou Who's going to walk over that way. You're going to go whoop right over the other side. Keeping that left knee where it is. And then back through center as you inhale. Exhale as you start to lower that present down, and then you're going to turn to face the wide edge of your mat towards the right. Go ahead, lift it up overhead. As you exhale, you're going to lower it all the way down to the chimney this time. Nice and slow. We don't want to drop it. And then sweep those arms out wide. Arms reach up overhead. Inhale, grab another present. Exhale, lower it all the way down to that chimney. One more time here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale as you come back up. As you exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to take our warrior two. Turn those left toes towards the front of the mat. Right foot's parallel to the back. Bend into that left knee. Arms reach out. Shoulders relax down. Flip that left palm. Reverse your warrior here. Inhale as you come back up. Exhale as you bring left forearm to left thigh. And then right arm takes your extended side angle. Inhale as you start to come back up. We're going to flip those palms up. Give it a nice big clap up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center as you straighten through that left leg. And then come back into your warrior two arms. Flip those palms again. Clap it up overhead, hands to heart center. As you straighten through that left leg, then come back into your warrior two. Flip those hands again. One more clap, and then we're gonna go ahead, come back up into our warrior two. Exhale as you lower those hands down. Turn those toes to face the wide edge of your mat towards the right side. Toes out, heels in, and again, just take that nice big stretch here. Reaching that left arm up and over. Beautiful, then back through center, opposite side. Back through center as you inhale. As you exhale, we're going to turn those feet to face towards the front of the mat, setting up for your pyramid. One more time, so separating those feet a little bit. Press down as you inhale. As you exhale, starting to hinge forward. As always, find your variation here. On your next inhale, engage the belly. Slowly come back up. We're going to come into that tree on this side. Bend to that left knee, right foot steps to the top of the mat as you bring that right knee out to the side. And again, you might just go ahead and walk over to your wall or chair friend. Hold on to a buddy here today. Nice and tall as you press in that standing left leg. And then maybe those hands start to find their way into nice big tree branches. Another breath in and out. We're going to collect those tree branches back if they grew. Slowly lower that right foot down and give everything a nice big happy. It's time for your Friday Grinch dance. I don't think the Grinch really danced a lot. Oh, he did like kind of the shuffly thing. I'll do some of that. And then once you're ready, we're going to make our way down onto our mats today. Coming all the way down, all the way down. We're skipping the seats today. So however you'd like to get there, take your sweet time. We're gonna come onto our backs. Sending the legs out long, reaching those arms up overhead. Full stretch to the belly. And as you're ready, exhale, hug the knees into the chest, giving yourself a big squeeze as you start to rock side to side. We're gonna come through center. You're gonna keep that right knee hugged in, left foot plants onto the mat. Up to you if you wanna use your strap friend. Otherwise, you can just press that right foot up towards the sky. And again, interlace fingers behind that right thigh or just allow the right leg to hold itself up. Shoulders relax here. We're gonna point and flex that right foot a few times. As always, if this starts to give you a cramp, please don't do it. Come back to that flexed foot once you're ready. Inhale as you press that right heel up. As you exhale, bend to the right knee. Come back into your figure four. You might take this like we did in the beginning of class, pressing that inner right thigh with the right hand. Left hand can guide that left hip bone down or rest by your side. Or you're taking those fingers to interlace behind that left leg. Right foot stays flexed as maybe you find some movement here. Or come right into stillness. We'll all eventually meet into stillness. Shoulders melting down. Take another breath in and out. Slowly taking your time to extend that left leg long onto the mat. We're going to take our full supine twist. That bent right knee comes across the body over to the left side, and that right shoulder peels back, taking your twist here with that right shoulder back, and then that right knee over to the left side. We're focusing on twisting through the back and the spine. Inhaling, exhaling. Take another breath in and out. As you inhale, slowly start to come through center, planting that right foot down, lifting the hips up. And then we're going to drop that right knee out to the side, taking your supine tree pose. Arms reach up overhead. Stretching through the belly, or hands can come to heart center. And then on your next exhale, we're gonna hug those knees into the chest, giving yourself another little squeeze here, maybe rocking side to side before we start to go ahead and switch sides, keeping the left knee hugged in, right foot plants onto the mat. Inhale as you press that left foot up towards the sky, hands can interlace behind that left thigh, or you can grab a strap. We're gonna point and flex that left foot. Taking that a few times nice and slow before eventually setting up to take your figure four on this side. Left foot's flexed, heel presses up towards the sky, bend into that left knee, cross that ankle just over the right knee, gently pressing that inner left thigh away as that left foot's flexed, or hugging the right thigh into the chest. If that left elbow is touching that inner left thigh, maybe it's gently pressing it away. Taking any movement here that you did on the other side that still sounds good. We'll take another breath in and out. As you inhale, start to send that right leg long onto the mat. Take that bent left knee across the body to the right side, and peeling that left shoulder blade back onto the mat as you set up for your supine twist. Coming back to that full breath. On your next inhale, start to unwind that left leg. Send both legs out nice and long. Reach those arms up overhead. Another stretch to the belly. And then we're going to plant those feet down. Hands come onto the mat next to the hips. We're going to set up to take our bridge pose here. So walking those heels in towards the body. Once you're ready, inhale, start to go ahead. Slowly lift those hips straight up. Keeping your gaze up towards the sky. As always, taking any variations here, maybe interlace the fingers underneath the lower back, pinky edge side of the hands pressing down towards your mat. Staying with that breath. And once you're ready, we're going to start to plant those palms and feet back down and lower down nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Once that lower back is down, knees come together, feet walk out wide, hands onto the belly. Slow breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale again. Exhale, let it go. Hugging both knees into the chest, giving yourself a big squeeze, rocking side to side a few times. And eventually starting to take your happy baby. Feet pressed up towards the ceiling, knees out nice and wide, holding on to thighs, calves, or soles of feet, wherever you can reach. Once you are happy enough, I will invite you to take any final poses or movements that you would like to round out your practice today. Anything else that is still calling to you. I will, of course, let you know when to switch sides if you're taking anything two-sided or multiple poses. If you're taking anything two-sided or multiple poses, beginning to go ahead and set up to take the second side or anything else that you're working on today. we'll all begin to start to make our way into your final relaxation, your Shavasana. Allowing the body to take up space. Maybe putting any layers on as the body begins to cool down. Letting go of any focus on the breath. Just allowing the body to start to take in the benefits of its practice. Beginning to bring movement back into the body. Wiggling fingers and toes. Rolling out wrists and ankles. Shaking the head from side to side, releasing the jaw. Reaching the arms up overhead, stretching the body in two opposite directions, feeling the stretch all the way through the belly. And gently hugging the knees into the chest, giving yourself a big squeeze, thanking your body for making it to its practice today. Staying here or rolling over onto your favorite side in a comfortable side sleeping position. Being here for a few more moments. The Grinch Who Stole Yoga. The yogis of Yoga Town, oh so bright, loved to stretch from morning till night. They'd down dog, they'd plank, they'd twist and they'd flow. Their hearts full of peace, their spirits aglow. But the Grinch up north, with a heart full of spite, hated yoga and all that was light. All this stretching is nonsense, he'd sneer with a grunt. Who needs to breathe when you're doing a stunt? So one chilly night when the moon shone bright, the Grinch had a plan and it felt just right. He crept through the town as quiet as rain to steal every mat and cause yoga strain. He snatched up the cushions, the blocks, and the straps, the blankets, the bolsters, and even eye masks. He took the incense, the candles, the strings, and even the chimes and the sacred things. But when he returned to his cold, dark lair, he looked at his lute with a wicked glare. He noticed the yogis weren't sad or distraught. They still had their peace, though their props had been caught. They gathered in circles, they sat on the floor, their hearts filled with calm like never before. With each steady breath and each mindful sigh, they found that their yoga could never run dry. The Grinch, who had lurked with a scowl on his face, felt something shift deep in his heart space. He heard their soft chanting, their words so serene, and his heart began swelling, a feeling unseen. He joined in their practice, just one pose at first. A single child's pose, his heart nearly burst. His mind grew much clearer, his soul full of grace, and soon he was smiling a peaceful embrace. Now in Yoga Town, the Grinch leads the way. With each breath he takes, he's lighter each day. He teaches all yogis, much to their surprise, that peace comes from within, where true wisdom lies. So if you should see him, no longer a grouch, he's there on his mat, away from his couch. With every deep inhale and soft exhale sigh, the Grinch's heart opens. You won't have to pry. Gently and with as little effort as possible, beginning to make your way back into a comfortable seat. Bringing palms together at heart center. And recalling to mind the intention you set at the beginning of today's practice. We'll close class with 2 deep inhales and exhales, followed by a 3rd inhale and the chant of Om, if you'd like to join me. Inhaling through the nose. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Inhale again. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. The light in me honors and recognizes the light within each of you. Namaste.